Thank you very much, Anna. House Speaker John Boehner, pictured screen left, is not the only lawmaker suing President Obama. Republican Senator Ron Johnson, screen right, is suing the White House over a special exemption to Obamacare that congressional staff members get on our dime. But does he have standing? Does he have a case? Will they hear it? And what could happen if he wins? Here to break it all down is Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano. Good morning to you.
Steve, good morning.
First of all, Senator Johnson says what?
Senator Johnson says that there's a provision in Obamacare that requires that members of Congress be burdened by the same choices as everybody else in the government with respect to health care. So they have a package that they can choose from,
right,
of one of three, and that they don't get any reimbursement for additional cost, depending upon the size of the family or the package that they choose.
However, in reality, they do get a reimbursement.
Because, yet again, just like in the Hobby Lobby case, when the Department of Health and Human Services tried to change a regulation administratively, the same thing happened here. The Obama administration found cash somewhere for members of Congress,
sure,
and it issued a regulation saying members of Congress will be, and their senior staff members, will be reimbursed for excess cost incurred by Obamacare.
Sure.
So, in fact, they are not having the same sting, so to speak, the same financial sting,
right,
as everybody else in the government who's forced to choose from among the three packages being offered. So Senator Johnson is suing to say,
right,
this is illegal. You're forcing me to accept this money. The legislation says I can't. We promised that we wouldn't. And because you're forcing me to break the law, you're damaging my reputation, and I want you to be stopped.
Damaging my reputation with the people who voted me into office.
Correct.
If I say one thing and something else happens. Okay, so it comes down to now whether or not Senator Johnson is regarded by the judiciary as having standing.
Yes, and yesterday in Wisconsin, in D.C., from Wisconsin, the lawsuit's in D.C., this case was argued. Now, look, you can't tell which way a case is going to go by the judge's behavior and questions and
right,
comments during the oral argument. But he has a very, very strong case because he's actually able to show individualized harm to him. And that's the test. If you can show that you as a plaintiff have been harmed, specifically harmed by what the
right,
government has done, then you have what's called standing, which is the right to force the government to come in the courtroom and answer to your complaint.
Okay, so we don't know yet whether or not they're going to take whether or not the suit will go forward, although it sounds promising for Senator Johnson. If he is successful, if a court hears it, what's going to happen?
He has, I think, a very good argument, and it's nearly, as alluded to a few minutes ago, identical to Hobby Lobby. In Hobby Lobby, the Congress did not enact a contraceptive mandate. An administrative bureaucrat made it a rule. In this case, Congress did not enact subsidies for members of Congress. An administrative bureaucrat acting at the president's behest made it a rule. Can a rule trump legislation? Of course not.
Right.
Is the president back to his old tricks about ruling by rule rather than by law? Yes, he is. And this one may catch him again.
Stand by.
Plenty to look for, Steve.
No kidding. All right, Judge Napolitano, thank you very much.
All the best to you.
All right.